You alright guys, welcome to another episode of the Derby Career Mode Life. And at the start of this episode, obviously you can tell we're in a bit of a different setup. Back in Derby now for Christmas to spend it with the family, of course. I did plan to have this video I recorded already about the 10th of December. Now it's the 20th of December. I'm hoping to get this one up before Christmas Day. Should be able to do that at least. But yeah, it's just been, hectic trying to, PlayStation breaks, Elgato breaks. There's been endless amount of delays in this series, but hopefully in 2023 I can just get it consistently out on at least, every week or so basis. It's just been one of those things that I've just not had the best of runs in regard to this series, but I do enjoy doing it, so I'm going to continue it regardless. So yeah, we have done a bit of business between the two episodes. A little bit sneaky, but I thought I'd just see what we could really squeeze out of Everton for Lewis Dobbin. And what we've managed to do is get essentially 200,000 under his value. So he's worth 1.1. I've managed to negotiate down to 910k. And what that means is value won't increase as we improve him as a player. So basically that means we buy him now for 920k, 910k. And then we could just develop him between now and whenever in the series, because I assume he's going to be a player that's going to be in the series for a while. I'll try and get a rotation role. He does actually accept that. But yeah, it's been really tricky to get these, because basically it takes about an hour and 20 minutes to record an episode, and then I condense that down to like 20 to half an hour minutes. So I'm going to try and get rid of that appearance bonus, and I'll probably just accept that because that's pretty good. There we go, happy days. And there was Lewis Dobbin coming into the club. So yeah, on a financial basis, it's quite good to do something like that, because it just means we can essentially use him a lot more and not worry this value is going to just fly out of the mirror. Especially like if he gets over to 70, you're looking at 2 or 3 million, whereas at the minute he's just under a mil. And yeah, we have managed to do that bit of business. Another thing that I'm going to do now that we're in the January transfer window is essentially do something that might happen in real life, but more than likely won't happen in real life, but I think it should happen regardless, is now that the World Cup's over, recall Christian Bielik. It's not 19,000 to recall him. That is such a small amount of money for such a brilliant player. It'd be silly to, not do it. I'm pretty happy with everything else. Like, Asula's one of them where, because of the amount of strikers we have, now that we've got Dobbin on a permanent basis, I kind of wish he was a little bit high rated, basically. But yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate on Asula's part that maybe could be a little bit better. But at the minute, we are kind of playing Collins, and actually, this is our second team, isn't it? Let me go over to the first team and make those changes. Yeah, now that we've got Bielik back, essentially what I'll do, probably drop. I don't know who to drop, because the plan was to play Jake Rooney as a left back, because then I can just develop him there and he's not massively in the way, and at least he's getting game time. Whereas if I just kept him on the bench and didn't move him at all, oh yeah, that's another thing. Not showed you guys, but I did show you in the previous one that I did record. You might notice there's a few less players than when we ended the December month. So obviously we brought back Bielik, but we have lost Ebuwoyi because they weren't happy with the amount of games that we were playing with him. Same with Roberts, he's been recalled. We can obviously redo these loans if need be. Mengi's gone back as well, and Nang's gone back. And we have sold Sobolski, or these loans. It's loans or permanents. I'm pretty sure they're mostly permanents, aren't they? To be frankly honest, because we just don't need those players that are like under 60 rated. So they've gone as well. Where can I see my squad hub, and then I can actually tell who's here and who's actually on loan. I think it's just a Duro, isn't it? Out on loan now. And Stretton, who's pretty similar to Asula in terms of stats. Like, there's not a massive difference between them, really. I know Asula's probably a little bit faster, but it's not like we're losing that much pace at the end of the season. Whether we keep him or not, we'll have to wait and see. Can always obviously just do that in the Championship if we get promoted. I don't think it costs too much, Asula, whereas Everton with Dobbin would probably cost a little bit more. So we've got 30k in wages and 750k in budget, which isn't actually a bad amount of money, to be honest. Just trying to remember what we actually did on that other save that I did about 2 weeks ago now, the last recording. We did add a few players. We've got Job Bellingham. Lyle Taylor you can get on a free. Basically all these players that you can get on a free, or Dembele I think you can get on a loan. I'm looking at younger left backs as well. We've got Williams, Roberts we could obviously rebuy, Furlong, Ferguson, Manning, Scott Malone's a free I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so there's definitely options for left back if we need to get into that position. Obviously more players are expiring here, such as Naki Wells and Waghorn, Watmore, Seema. I think Martin would be pretty cheap. Oh yeah, he's on a free, Martin, if I wanted to bring him in. Sean Maguire, Big Andy Carroll, Josh Onomer. Ramsey's one we could bring in on a loan, I think. Nick Powell, Callis. And then we have got options of goalkeepers like David Bentley, who I think is a permanent choice, wouldn't be a bad shout at 73 rated for next season. Same with Barzala, the Duke here, who scored at the World Cup for Australia, of course. Cooper as well, we could get on a free. A little part of me's like, I'm kind of happy with the squad that we've got, and I'd rather just improve it next season. A little part of me does want to bring back Dylan Williams, because basically he came through our youth academy, and during administration we had to sell him on a really cheap amount. He can't relocate, but can I get him on a loan? There we go. Maybe we can get something in this regard, because obviously now that we've lost Roberts, we've lost a left back. We can do a loan to buy. See, $500,000 transfer sum isn't that bad. Let's get rid of that sell-on clause. Jesus, why has it gone up that much? That is mental. So a 5% sell-on. I'm trying to think. 5% of, let's say, 5 million. That would be $500,000. It might be worth just keeping the sell-on clause in and reducing back down to what it was. But I don't think we're going to go down to back. I think it was like 490, wasn't it? Because essentially, I'm not going to sell him for a while, and at least until he's worth about 5 million. Worst case scenario. Can they accept that? I'm pretty sure that's what they had as the original offer, but they've rejected it now. So I'm just going to wait for now. It's not like we need it immediately, so I'm happy to wait. Right, into the game against Leyton Orient. It is in the Papa John's Trophy, which I probably do want to win, to be fair. So we'll go with a pretty strong team. Obviously, we can bring in Bielik now that he has been recalled. To do a couple of changes here and there. So one thing that has been happening in real life is Sibley's been playing left back, but I don't think it's possible on this career mode because, yeah, it just won't be possible until I think it's like 200 weeks. I think I had a look to change it, and it just wouldn't really be an option in this regard, which is a little bit annoying, but obviously I think I'd rather have him playing further up anyway. I'm not 100% sure what I can do with this left back position. I'm going to have to go to someone like Thomas. Chance in the box. Straight to the goal. Should be really a save from Wildsmith, but not. I'm playing on like a, 20... I'll say 30-inch telly. It's quite big, it's like massive. And it's just weird trying to play FIFA on it, to be honest. When I'm this close as well. trying to do something that probably shouldn't be this close, but oh well. Come on. Please. Get the goal. Mendes Lang saved. Oh, he's offside, isn't he? I'm pretty sure Collins is off there. Good ball. Go on, get your head on that, Collins. Is he saving that?
Showing one additional minute. Well, they might be onto something.
What's that about? He's like clean through on the goal and he's passing it back. Like in football history, you would never see a situation where the player would go, do you know what, I'll pass it back, even over a minute over the added time as well. Now look at this. Just no. There's just no way that the player's going, I'll pass it back. And at that point, somebody should be going on the line. I don't know why no defenders are going, oh, shall I get on the line so the keeper's not exposed. It's a bit of a mountain to climb then. 2-0 down against Leyton Orient.
He's broken free.
I think we'll just make the substitutions, rest up some players, and simulate a result. Because I don't think we're going to get anything from here. I think that's the Papa John's Trophy dream over. Yeah, 4-1 in the end. Doesn't help that I've not played FIFA in about a week. And then to come to a big cup game, you know, not the best. But at least we can focus on the league now. Leo Bonatini to Leeds. By this next result, we should have the scout reports in for pretty much everyone. Transfer for Sibley. An interest for Barzala. You see, Barzala is actually one that I wouldn't mind. I know he's kind of the similar rating to Bird and Horahan. We'll be rejecting that. I'm hoping I can keep Sibley, but with the transfer request, it's going to be tricky. Especially with the Rotherham links, obviously, with... The only thing about him is he really that good? He seems quite rounded, but not really anything to shout about, if that makes sense. Whereas at least with Daniel Bentley, sorry, you've got a very good goalkeeper for next season, depending on what league we're in, to be honest. But either way, yeah, 77 diving. That'd be silly not to go in for somebody like that on a free. It's nice that he's reduced his wages as well. Although I'm about to take, yeah, even then he's reducing his wages by £6.5 a week. And there we go. We do have Daniel Bentley for next season. I think that should be an A, really, for free. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Yeah, there we go. A star. I don't know if it's just on... might be just on Football Manager. Yeah, Football Manager, you can basically... You do the free signing for next season, but then you can negotiate an offer for now. But obviously you can't do that on FIFA because it's not an advanced game like that. We do have Jake Cooper here. I'm quite tempted to get on a free. At 74 rated, you know, him and Cash in, and then we move Bielik into the midfield. Something like that might be quite good. There is Callas there as well, but Cooper's younger, isn't he? How tall is he? 6'6", Jesus. I think it'd be quite silly not to do this deal, to be honest. Because as I said, I'm kind of happy with the squad at the minute. And there we go. You know, I just couldn't buy somebody this good right now, so I might as well get them in 6 months' time. And as I said, what we'll do is put Cooper centre back with Cash in, and then Bielik goes next to Bird or Horahan, more than likely. I might be, you know, tempted to change formation when we get promoted. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, we've also got like Josh Onoma. Callas again would be a great centre back, but we've got Cash in already, so I don't 100% need him. Although we are going to be losing Davies. Who are we going to be losing? Davies, Chester, and Stearman. I know we've not really been using Stearman anyway. Yeah, I'm not too disappointed if we don't get anyone this, like on a loan or anything this window, because I'm kind of happy with what we got at the time being. See, somebody like Dembele wouldn't be a bad shout on a loan for this season, just to add a bit of pace to the attack, because that's the only thing we kind of are lacking. We got Dobbin, but other than that, we're not really got anything else. I'll have a look. I'll have a look and see. I know it kind of removes all the budget for you guys to suggest players, but it's one of them where if the player's there to potentially get, I might as well try and do it. Because 69 rated about what we're using anyway at the minute. If I can get them to pay 60% or 55%. Oh, maybe not then. At least we tried. Right, next game is against Morecambe. I think a bottom of the league, to be frankly honest. So we should be realistically winning the game like this. I'm just going to see. Yeah, Bielik can come in. I might just do something like that until we are in a position where I can start putting Rooney in a little bit more. Because I don't want to be completely exposed.
To conclude that the hosts have had a pretty dismal time of things.
So as you can see, we're still outside of the playoffs, so we do need to be playing a strong team and basically win every game between now and the end of the season to be within a chance of winning the title. That's a good ball through the middle. Missed the target then. Oh, what is that? Where's my defence? I hate to get honest. For whatever reason, the defence is on like the halfway line, so there's nobody there to pass the ball to. Good one, Mulatieri. Please. Just don't have the options though, so I'm going to have to go alone. Has he got the composure? Yes, he does. There we go. First goal for the permanent stage of Dobbin's career. Perfect type of score, really. I've done it again, haven't I? Please. Why are they going on the halfway line? Stop shooting yourself in the foot, Lee. Just... There's no need for him to be on the halfway line. I'd understand if maybe... I don't know. Please, counter. Please, Barkhausen. The only thing you've got is pace. Just use it. Both my goals are going to be identical, aren't they? We can't even score, please. Big tackle. We score from this. Mate, all on Bialik. Literally recalled him just to put in that massive tackle. I'll take a point at this point. With about 10 seconds left of the game. I mean, if we get this one attack and score the winner, I will laugh. I love football. Isn't it lovely? You couldn't write it. All in that massive tackle from Bialik, we've gone from losing 2-1 to 3-2 winners in the dying seconds. Absolutely love it. I didn't realise we were actually playing this at the end because I just whacked on ultra attacking. I don't think I'd want to play that anyway because defensively it's not looking great, but going forwards it's got 2 goals. Right, scout reports here for a few more players, such as Josh Onoma and Nick Powell. So they're good players, but I feel like we've already got, around 70 rated players. I just feel like we'd be adding numbers rather than quality. Calvin Ramsey would be one I'd look at as a permanent signing, really. At 19, I'm sure he's got massive potential being at Liverpool. Good pace, so maybe one for when we get promoted. Again, Andy Cannon, 65 rate. We just don't need that kind of player at the minute. See, Seamer at 72 is not bad because he is quite versatile, but he is 29 and on quite big wages. Aki Wells, Andreas Fireman. As you can see, it will take about 3-4 seasons. What's that? It's about 4 seasons, isn't it? Doesn't help that his form's bad. Might be able to get that down to like 2 seasons, but even then, it's whether it's really worth it. And defensively, he's got okay stats, not great defensive awareness, but 60 odd tackling isn't the worst in the world. But I think we'll probably just leave Sibley as a cam and let that play out in real life. Whether we get another left back at some point, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, he's doing well there, which is good to see. Obviously, I've gone for Knight at left back and then Smith as the right back for the time being, because I think that's probably the strongest we can do. As you can see, we are 6th in the table now, 1 game in hand on the team above us. Well, all the teams above us apart from Sheffield Wednesday. So hopefully with a win against Forest Green, who are down in 20th, we might be able to get a little bit higher. Oh, that's a chance. That's into the back of the net. Really poor start, to be honest. I think that's Connor Wickham as well. Pretty sure it is, because he's about the only person with a scammed face in their team.
Well, as you can see, the weight of the through ball is key to this goal.
I know, Ben Stevenson. There you are.
Such power, the keeper has no time to react.
Chance in the box. It's too easy. Far too easy for him to score that and make it 2-0. We're just dragging out cash in way too much. And
Well, I have to say, he's done really
we
well
do need a
here.
better goalkeeper, to be fair, which we have got in Bentley coming in next season, but just have to suffer for now.
2-0 here, and the ball is moving again. Can he find the angle?
Go on. There we go. I think it is against his former club as well. I'm pretty sure James Collins did play for Forest Green at some point. It's a good time to score just before the half.
Early as their next game, Stuart.
Well, Derek, what a chance this is.
Too easy. Too easy with the runners from the midfield. I think that is Connor Wickham this time. We have just made a couple of subs, but yeah. 3-1 down now. Too easy. Just can't defend. Sometimes they're just really good, and you just can't really do anything about it. I think that's today, to be honest. Go on through the middle. Acres for McGoldrick to run into. Just like the finish now. Because he's over 35, basically, even though he's still scoring goals, you know, yeah, like, or just downgrade his card. But there we go, full time. It's probably one of the biggest losses. I think we lost 5-0 in the Carabao Cup against Blackburn, but this probably the biggest in the league. Doesn't help that it's in the rain. If you do play career mode, you'll know it's slightly more difficult when you've got that heaviness to it. So I was going to end the last episode where it was, but I thought I'd just make a really long episode with this one just before Christmas, of course, just as a little treat. And in between the two episodes, while I was changing my shirt, basically, this nice little option here to get Joe Bellingham on a loan with a future transfer sum of 460,000 was accepted. Ridiculously cheap wages. You know, if he's anything like his brother, you really can't complain. And I assume because it's FIFA, they probably have made him at least like 80 potential, give or take. And then I think what the rest of the stuff will do is either look at free agents or just pre-contracts for next season and just have a big squad. Because then that way we have assets to potentially sell and stuff like that. But yeah, we've got Cooper and Bentley for next season already, who are ridiculously good. But yeah, there's a number of players here. Like even Phil Jones would do a decent job in the Championship, to be honest. But I kind of want to stick with Cashin, of course. But yeah, we'll have a look and see whether we do get Joe Bellingham's acceptance and whether he comes down to League One. Transfer offer for Sibley then. Again, it's kind of, I don't know. 3 billion is a lot of money we could get for him. But I'd rather just let him go on a free down the line. Because I think even if he goes on a free... Oh, is this Job? Who is this? Who's that? That's Bentley, isn't it? But that's for next season. So I don't quite get why... Is this a glitch? I'm a bit confused. Eden Hazard's there, but for some reason it's the Hazard brothers. That's funny. That's not Joe Bellingham, but we got Bellingham. For some reason it was showing David Bentley there. But yeah, what it means is we've got basically Rooney and Bellingham as our future in the team. Which I quite like, to be honest. You know, if we can get these two as a bit of a youth building in the team, both same rating, see who can get to the highest rated. Obviously, Rooney's got better, not massively better defending and physical, but just slightly. But Bellingham obviously better dribbling and pace. See, Scott Malone on a free wouldn't be terrible as a backup left back for next season. I know he's 31, probably going to 32. He's actually got decent stats. Still kind of crazy when we had Forsyth, Malone, Olsen. We had like 4 left backs at the club at one point, and it was just a little bit silly. Reject Sibley again. Just need to somehow turn it around and hopefully can unrequest the transfer request. Bit of interest in Thomas Callas. Another player that I want to bring in is Suriki Dembele, because, well, he's just a good player, isn't he, at the end of the day. Get him on a short-term loan, why not? Probably take the 50-50 wages at this point. I'll try and get 55 to Bournemouth. Cool, there we go. Hopefully it does accept that and we can bring him into the club. Because we just do lack a little bit. We have got Dobbin, of course, but I think a little bit more pace wouldn't be too bad. Who's that? That looks like Jake Cooper, but I bet it's Dembele, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know why it does. You know, billion-dollar company and they can't get simple transitions. Right, but yeah, there we go. It says he's 71 rated there, but I'm pretty sure he's only 69 from our scout report. Yeah, a little bit weird. Pop him on the bench for Smith, I guess. Because basically can play there, you know, anywhere, basically. And I might be tempted to... Do I keep Dobbin in? I might be tempted to drop Sibley just until we get a bit of running form. Because at the minute, we're not doing great, are we? Drop Bird. Horahan. Hopefully, we can start get some wins on the board. Because we are 8th in the table at the minute. We do have a game in hand on most of the teams above us. If we do win, obviously we go back into the playoffs, so quite an important one against Cambridge next.
Giving it a try.
Oh, what a goal, Dembele on his debut. Off the bet, well, basically straight away on the score sheet and just before half time.
Paul Digby.
That's a chance here. Just not a great way to start the second half, that's for sure. What is that?
Still looking for space. The game has been turned on its head. They have never
Just can't do anything. Just can't defend.
Victory. It's a good-looking ball in behind.
I just can't defend. Like what?
And another one.
I'm gonna try the trusty old. Let's see if jump to result saves a point. No. I honestly don't know what to do at this point because I'm like, I feel like it's almost like the difficulty's too high, and that might be the reason. I might just have to fiddle a bit with the sliders because they're far too clinical for, you know, League One level, or make my goalkeeper better. Maybe a bit of both. Just pop him up to 65, why not? And then put their shots. Even their goalkeeper probably put that down. Because I just feel like it's just too difficult at the minute, really, for what it is. Shot error needs to go. Increase the error. Yeah. Something like that. Honestly, like, passing as well, why not? Because far too often it's nothing really happening. Another thing is the frequency of injuries. I'm going to put that up to 60 because we haven't had a single injury in this entire career mode. Put the severity down. Because I don't want like an ACL injury or something stupid. But yeah, not a single injury in whatever 9 months we've done. A little bit of me wants to just sell Sibley and then use that 3 million to buy... I don't know what we need, that's the problem. No, I will keep him. I'm just a bit stumped, that's all. I feel like this is the shape, but maybe Dobbin coming a little bit too early because he hasn't quite got the finishing, has he? Might be worth just bringing Hayden Roberts back on loan since we do kind of need a left back at the end of the day. Cool. Here's him coming back, hopefully. And then Kate Gordon. Just as a little bit of a flair player. If Conor Gallagher's gone on loan to Forest. I'm assuming that's Robertson. But have we got Kate Gordon as well? Or has he rejected us? Yeah, we have. Cool. I'm not too sure what rating he's going to be. I'm assuming it's about 60 to 65. But we'll see. 65 it says there. Just someone a little bit different. Obviously, we had Ebuwowi first half of the season. And Roberts for the second half. And obviously we can look at maybe making him permanent next season. If needs be. But yeah, it just gives us another option if need be. But I think I will put... Yeah, I think you kind of have to put Roberts at left back. Bring him back, why not? Transfer deadline day finished off there. I think we did just about the right amount of business. We got him 1, technically 2 with Bielik, 3, 4 technically making Dobbin permanent, Gordon 5, 6 Bellingham, and I want to say there's a 7th. Maybe there isn't. Probably should have loaned out somebody like Thompson, to be honest, because he's not going to get a massive amount of game time. Yeah, that's the only problem. Like, I don't know. I kind of prefer to keep the players myself and give them game time when I can, because when they loan out, they don't really tend to grow that much. But yeah, we can obviously look at pre-contracts, so let me know in the comments any pre-contracts you want me to look into, of course. Right, next game against Barnsley, big game. Do need to kind of win this, ideally.
Phillips.
It's just so easy for him. I've even turned down the shooting and they're still just walking it in, basically. Of course, that's Leyton Thomas, isn't it, against his old club?
Plenty of support here.
That's a great ball.
Oh, what an opportunity.
Great finish as well. Good start to the second half, at least.
Thrilling stuff here.
That's what he's there for, Collins.
Excellent assessment of the situation at the back. He's in behind.
Now, why is that going in?
And a goal! Just like that, they're back in front.
The sooner I'm out of this league, the better.
And that is
Just don't want to do it at this point. I'm going to end things here because it's just going to get worse. I don't know what I can do to just get a win. Just don't seem to be very good at the game at the minute. Yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy anyway, and I'll catch you all next time.